guys, it's just only begun. We have MVP 0-2. We have 2 Zerg players taking a win and parting with his name on the scoreboard as well. And it's time for Lenok against Parting to find out which one of these players is going to take their first loss.
No.
Actually, no, we do not. We have Hero versus DongRaeGu next.
You confused me for a second.
So it's
I was just writing everything down and trying to go through the stats, and then I'm like, no, wait a second, that can't be right. I'm like, did I just write down everything wrong?
I had the PVZs backwards.
Yeah. Well, it's a PVZ nonetheless. We have Lenok versus Parting later on after we see Hero face DRG.
Here's our current set of scores. You can see that Parting and Lenok taking the first games. Of course, DongRaeGu did as well. MVP taking last place currently with a score of 0-2. And Hero, he's kind of down there in purgatory in between last place and qualification place. He needs to take this win if he wants to have a shot of keeping this group under his control. We talked about before. You take 2 losses in the group, you have to hope for a tiebreaker. It's not up to you anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So right now it's a very, very dire situation. Oh, yeah, those warnings that you just pointed out to me.
Yeah, I'm guessing that is something to do with referee, but I would need some sort of confirmation on what the warnings mean exactly.
For DRG and for MVP, well, they faced each other already. Maybe something happened in that game. I don't know what it is, guys, but whatever it is, right now we have Hero up against DRG. Another Protoss versus Zerg here.
This is actually so sick. Like, the more I look at this group, it's not quite like when we have a day of Code A where you have an awesome match that you're looking forward to that day, and then it ends and you're like, well, that was awesome. Now the rest of the matches are pretty good, but it's just like, oh, we have another match that's just awesome every single time.
It's like, which match are you not looking forward to? And like, I don't think there is one.
There's not one, man. That's the truth. Hero down a game in this series. He's got to take a win over DRG to tie it up. This is the 2012 Blizzard Cup Outer Rim Wall.
Alright, the mystery is solved. We're gonna go into that in just a second, guys, but let's focus first on map intro game 1 on Daybreak between Hero and DRG. Starting to the bottom left in our 4th game at the Blizzard Cup, our 4th best of 3, is the Protoss player. Starting for Team Liquid.net, it is
Liquid Hero.
Liquid Hero, his current score in this group is 0-1. Lost his match to Lenok with 1-2.
It was a close series.
A very close series, yeah. And now he's up against another Zerg player. He is up against the MVP Zerg, starting to the top right. He's up against
DongRaeGu.
MVP DongRaeGu, indeed. And yeah, just to give you some information about the warning that we talked about earlier, we will definitely point that out again when the player's actually playing. DRG, the guy that you currently see on screen, and MVP both received a warning because in the first game that they played today, where they were a little bit late. So this is why we had a warning appear on the sheet.
The further warnings you have, if you have, for example, now DRG has a problem with his keyboard and he has to regame, he will actually just take a loss, as my understanding. So that's really important because, you know, let me just put this all on the table. Let me just speak 100% truthfully. This is an issue of time. We only have so many hours in the day to broadcast to this group. It's a really long group. You and I actually may not even be able to eat food today because of the fact that the groups are so close together. So if there's a problem with scheduling because somebody has to regame too many times, then that just becomes too hectic. So they have to give these players warnings. They have to be here on time. They have to be ready. We have to do a lot of booth switching because we have 5 players, only have 4 booths, so there's going to be a little bit of moving around.
You know what? In this series, if I was a bookmaker and I would give someone odds, no one in his right mind would ever bet on Hero here. There's one reason for that. They faced each other, Hero and DRG faced each other in 6 different series so far. Best of 7s, best of 3s, best of 5s, and best of 1s. Hero did not win a single one. Not one.
That's intense.
Most of the games are already a while back, though. That's the one thing that I definitely have to point out here. The last one that they faced each other was actually back in March. but still 6 days in total, and DRG winning every single one of them. So yeah, since then a lot has changed, but this has to leave Hero with a little bit of a weird feeling in his stomach.
Yeah, he knows that he just lost to one Zerg. Now playing against another. And this map pool, I have to say, I feel like this map pool for this year, especially towards the end of the year, has been very good for Zerg against Protoss. Obviously, we had Entomb Valley for a long time. This map is very fair, but he knows if he wins here, for example, he's probably going to have to play on Abyssal City.
On the other hand, one of the things that he can say is that every series is going to end at some point. And this might be the one best of 3 where Hero can turn things around, kind of give himself a bit of an early Christmas present in 2012.
Yeah, he needs it. Everybody needs that early Christmas present. Seriously.
Hey, I'm happy to get Christmas
myself
presents
a laptop.
like all year.
Yeah, it's good to get Christmas presents all year for sure. Now this probe is just going to go and verify the hatchery. He wants to actually stick. Is he really going to try to make this work?
Oh wow, that
This is-
Zergling is kind of refusing to scout. If that Zergling goes to scouting school, he gets an F.
Yeah. Look twice before you hold position at the mineral line, just like when you look twice before you cross the street.
He does. Ah, now here we go. And he will just be able to break through a field.
Yeah, I think so.
4 Zerglings
Well, you
actually
know-
attacking the Ling. What does he going to attack first? The probe gets away. That's a little bit of time. Only 2 Zerglings attacking, double cancel. Close, but
He knows more Lings were coming. And actually, there weren't.
yeah, it's more about the queen. There's
Yeah.
a queen walking down, or is it an overlord? Can you double
It's
check
the
that?
queen, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's the queen. Okay, so the queen would have been able to deal with it.
That's really unfortunate for Hero. Not only they cancel minerals, but also the pylon lost. And DRG did not take the bait. He did not even make extra Lings.
But you know, I like that he takes the chance here.
Yeah, it's game number 1. Game number 2, he takes a chance like that. I'm like, you're down a game, man. That's a little bit rough, but game number 1, that's fine. Robo is the tech of choice for Hero here. Probably see a third base when I do not expect Hero to go for the Immortal Push. That's not really so much his style.
Well, there we have the Robo. And you're right, usually in the last few games that we saw, we had more openings with Stargate than we had Robotics Gateway openings by him. And DRG at this point is going for a pretty normal opening with this Roach one. But you know, we actually have this Korean fan right sitting next to us.
She saw those gates, she dropped her phone, man.
Yeah, when she saw that robotics, she was like dropping the phone immediately. It crashed on the floor and she was like, wow, oh my god, I did expect a Stargate but not a Robo. She was completely freaking out.
Totally freaking out, man. She's still like kind of covering her face right now. I looked at her and I think she's really embarrassed, but
yeah,
it's okay.
I think the phone is still alright, but
You know, I dropped my phone the other day.
You did?
I've talked about this legendary hill that goes up to the Wolf Tower, but I slipped on the hill after the ice was mostly gone, and my phone was in my pocket. My hand came out of my pocket and knocked the phone out. My phone slid all the way down the hill.
Oh
and
my
then
god.
smacked into the concrete at the edge of the hill. It's still okay though, it still works. It's got a lot of scratches on the back of it, but not on the screen.
I guess I need a new phone now.
Well, you know,
I just ordered a Nexus 4.
I'm gonna take very close looks at that. I'm a big Samsung fan though, so I don't know if I could go LG. I feel like I was betraying my company.
Well, it's a Google phone. It's not really about LG, to be honest with you. The software and software updates that LG uses are horrible. So for that, they are the worst company in the world, in my opinion. I have an LG phone, I know what I'm talking about. But the Nexus 4 is supposed to be pretty awesome, so well. What's also pretty awesome is the aggression that we see from DRG, but Hero is going for the counter-aggression here.
Yeah, and you know what? As long as he gets good force fields off here at the front of his base, he will be able to buy time. He needs that Immortal though, and uh-oh, where are the force fields? He loses it, and the Lings are in, and those sentries are dead!
Oh my god.
Hero choking here, and now he's not really microing his Zealots at the third base. Now he starts to do it a little bit, but
He didn't see fast enough what was going on. Yes, the third base is under pressure. DRG has to be careful, but so is Hero. And there comes the force field. The core is gone.
He
That means
misses
no more
both force
Stalkers
fields,
and
too.
no more sentries.
he misses both force fields, so Lings can still get in here.
Oh my god, the third
And the Immortal
survives.
shields are gone.
I think
This is game.
That has to be game, yeah. He's down to 45 supply, and the third base is still alive for DRG. This aggression Hero just saw it too late. He just missed the units that were streaming across to his base, and then he didn't see it, was surprised when suddenly the sentry was attacked, didn't drop the force field in time, and then the Lings were in, and that kind of sealed the deal.
Yep, the hatchery survives, by the way, at 300 or so hit points. Immortal being microed like crazy here, but it's not going to last forever. GG. I can't wait to see Hero Space, man. That was devastating what we just saw. DRG is he's getting the chills, actually. You know, you kill this many players, suddenly it starts to you know, starts to get on the back of your mind. You're like, I've knocked so many people out of so many tournaments, man, I can't even sleep at night.
That was just Garmin told them, listen buddy, you look way too cool when you're on camera, please put the jacket on or we'll give you another warning. And he's like, I don't really want to, I have all those female fans, I can't disappoint them. But then he was like, well,
Hero, man, he does not look as hurt as he did actually after losing his first best of 3, but he knows he's got the chance to come back in this, but now it's his map choice.
You know, that was just unlucky. It was so close. He saw the vision of Hero several times, and he just did not see the units streaming across the map. And he focuses on his aggression. And of course, that's what you would do. You would focus on your War Prism. And he, just at the time when he started attacking, DRG ran in, and Hero didn't realize what was going on. I feel that he thought that all those notices that he got, you are under attack, were at the top right, and not at the bottom left. So suddenly he looks a little bit too late, doesn't drop the force field in time, the Lings are in, and after that, what can you do?
Yeah, man. I mean, he also missed his next force field. Lings got in and got the Immortal Shields down. The Immortal Shields were down. If they were up and cleared the Lings, maybe the second Immortal comes out and he holds, but I mean, he holds, but he lost too many probes already. That was just a lose-lose situation once the Sentry went down. DRG, man, he looks like a killer in this group so far. Taking out MVP, now wants to take out Hero. He's like, I don't care what tournaments you won all over the world, I will take you out here, and I'm going to do it quick. You make one mistake, you miss that force field, you leave me that opening, the game will end. Cloud Kingdom is game number 2, it's the map of choice for Hero. This is the 2012 Blizzard Cup, casted by Caldo and Wolf. Let's jump into game number 2.